There we go. Remember to turn the volume, the microphone on. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Health Freedom. How is everyone? We'll just queue for a little while to see if anyone's going to be joining us. I'm doing an experiment tonight. Just here is my camera, and I'm actually broadcasting on Telegram for the first time as well. So it's actually pointing. So if you were to go to my Telegram channel, you'll see the camera pointing at the screen that I've got here. So it's a bit different, isn't it, really? So yeah, there you go. And Starfish Troopers are going live as well. So anyway, only 3 people watching so far. Not that it matters. Let's see if we've got any comments so far. It's Jerry. Hi, Jerry. How you doing? And there's also Laura Clanoth as well. Hello, Jerry. All good. Just about to have a nip to the shop. All right. Well, we'll see Jerry a bit later. That's not a problem, mate. And hello, Laura. How are you? I hope you're well. And there's Kitty as well. She's in the house as well. Good to see everyone. So if you don't know, tonight I'm going to be presenting an episode on let me see if I can adjust this. Hang on a second. Can I get that a bit better or not? No. Okay. Tonight I'm going to be doing an episode on the essential vitamin E. I don't know why I didn't call it the essential vitamin E, actually, because I did a lot of research and it is really, really essential for your health. I didn't realize how essential it is for your health. And I've discovered that vitamin E is also it works in harmony with, I think it's selenium, it said. But I'll show you some details. There is going to be a lot of things tonight, a lot of talking tonight about vitamin E, because I'm doing something a bit different tonight. I'm going to be presenting information I've got quite a lot of health books, and I'm going to be presenting information from this one, which is the Essential Guide to Vitamins and Minerals and Herbal Supplements. Okay. And also from this one, which is the Encyclopedia of Natural Medicine. And at the back, it's all referenced. Everything is referenced. So the information I'm giving you on both books is referenced. And also, if you want to buy those books, they are still available as well. You can buy them. And some of them, I think, might even be free on Google Books. If you look hard enough as well, you can just even read them on Google Books or download them as a PDF. So, and hello to Amanda as well, and to Miss Blue Sky as well. Let's have a look what she's saying. Hi, not a Dr. Rob, and everyone in the chat. Hello. And and also hello to everyone who's watching the replay. Hello from the past. Some sad news tonight. I don't know anyone who doesn't. If you either watch it, I mean, not everyone watches it here, do they? But Raconteurs News got another strike for an episode that myself and Jimmy did back on March 7th. So sad about that. They're going to be, but I think that's their first strike, which is not a bad thing, really. But it says for misinformation, medical misinformation, and it just shows you've got to be so careful on this platform not the one I've got on here at the side here, which is Telegram, but certainly on YouTube, you've got to be so careful about what you say, which brings me to what I normally have to say, and that is I'm not a doctor, and I'm just Robert, and this show is for interest and information and fun only. Please seek medical advice from a trusted source like a GP, an MD, etc., or a healthcare professional that is recognized. So today we're going to be talking about the essential vitamin E. We're also going to be talking about tips and reasons to quit smoking. We're going to do the latest health news as well. We're going to have some interactive chat with whoever's live as well. I won't be able to do any interactive chat with people on here on Telegram, but I can on here anyway, on YouTube. And so if you are watching the replay, hello, and again, welcome, and please subscribe and hit the bell icon to get all the notifications of future shows. My channel has now got 169 subscribers, which I'm really, really happy about. It means that more people are watching the show. Weirdly, it's coming from my electroculture video that I did when I started on my allotment, and I put up my very high antennas, 6 foot, some 7 foot antennas with copper wrapped around them in 4 corners. And people are, it's had like over 1,340 views or something. So it just seems to be a real buzzword at the moment. So I am going to be doing more, obviously, videos on that. And as I'm going to be starting to seed tomatoes now and other things, and maybe start thinking about putting potatoes. You just got to be sure that the last frost has gone, because you don't want your hard work to be all frozen off. So it's still, I mean, last year the last frost was in May, I think it was, something like that. So you just never know when the last frost. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it as well. Keep an eye on the weather. And on that subject, happy spring, everyone. Yes, it was spring. I think it was Spring Sprung Tuesday, didn't it? Or Monday. I think it was Monday. And you can definitely feel the weather's changed. I mean, I'm feeling that it's definitely milder outside. And I was brave, and I actually put I swapped my quilts over. I think it was last night, and I've put my summer quilt back on now, because I was getting a bit too uncomfortable at night, sleeping at night. What else can I tell you? My vitamin E supplements have come through today, and I'm not affiliated with anyone, but here's my vitamin E supplements here. They're from a company called Time Health. I got them actually off eBay. And what I like about them is they're GMO free, they're gluten free, and they're vegan. It's got all the different tocotrienols and tocopherols. So there's 2 types of vitamin E that you can get, and this is a complex of 8. And also, talking about a complex of 8, I'm really getting into my magnesium. I think magnesium is really making a difference to my health. Quite a few years ago, I used to do some window cleaning when I was moonlighting, as I worked as in Royal Mail, because I used to be a postman. And the ladder slid down one of the houses I was cleaning their windows, and I came down. I smashed all my wrist, and I'm sure I've fractured it or broke it or something. But since I've been taking, and it plays up in the winter, but since I've been really taking the magnesium, I can honestly say it's making a difference. Plus, I put a magnesium spray on as well that I make myself. And of course, I put on my own personal salve as well. But I really feel that it's the magnesium that's making the difference. I'll show you the one that I take. Hang on a second. Talk amongst yourselves. That's it. Here we go. Yep. So that's the. Again, I've got no affinity with these. This is called Longevity Box, and it's called Ultimate 8 Magnesium. There's lots of different types of magnesium you can get. This one's about £17 on Amazon, I think it is £17.99, something like that. It's the complete complex of magnesium, and I I think this is really working for me. I mean, these are, you get 120 capsules, 250 mil. It says 60-day supply, which is taking 2 capsules a day. Sometimes I take 4. You know, I might take 2 at night. And again, I can remember Clive de Carle, the legend who's Clive de Carle. Hello, Clive de Carle here. I can remember him saying that if you're doing more strenuous exercise, you know, then take more magnesium. And yeah, I think it's and also it's very good apparently for sleeping at night as well. So yeah, I'm taking the magnesium. I'm loving that. What else am I taking? I'm really rigorously getting into my nutrition again, my supplements again, because you can easily forget, can't you? You can easily forget to take your supplements. I mean, I do sometimes. I mean, ideally, I like to try and take them after a meal, and if not, I try and take them with some milk. I mean, luckily, I've got some stored raw milk, unpasteurized, in my freezer, and I've been pulling those out and defrosting them, put them in the freezer, because they're good for at least 4, maybe 5 days. And I love raw milk. It's full of probiotics and enzymes that are really good for you, in my opinion. In my opinion. And how's your opinion these days? What did you have for dinner? I had for dinner. I had a very healthy salad with some tuna and extra sweet corn and a nice little dressing on it. And yeah, I just added a few other bits as well, some coriander, so some, you know, even more green leafy stuff. Coriander is meant to be a very good for you. Helps detoxify the body of metals, apparently. So I'm going to do. I think in future, I'm going to refer to things like this, as well as get some bits off the internet. I did put a lot of. I put quite a few hours work in today's show, so I hope today's show is a bit like making a roast dinner. It takes hours to make, and it takes about 10 minutes to eat it. So, but this won't be for 10 minutes, will it? No, it's going to be a bit longer than that. So, yeah. And what's happening in the chat? Anyone saying anything? Let's have a look. Hello, Amanda. Jerry's back. Roast chicken, not Spanish. Broccoli, carrots, and potatoes. Absolutely. Yep. Oh, I've got something to share with you about broccoli. I was whilst I was doing some research, suddenly something came up about broccoli, and I wanted to share this with you. Let me share my screen. Let's do a present before we go into vitamin E, because apparently broccoli is absolutely amazing, and they're now making broccoli type supplements, but they ain't half expensive. Right, so let's go share screen. Share screen. So let's share. Where is it? Where is it? Window. No. Chrome. Where's the broccoli stuff? That's that. That's that. That's the one. No, okay, right. So it's that one that I want to share. Okay, here we go. So here we are. This is from naturalsociety.com. I don't think I put this one up actually in my links in my show, because if you want to, everything I try and link in the show notes at the bottom. So if you want to look it up, you can do everything that I'm sort of talking about. So a broccoli anti-aging enzyme may hold the fountain of youth. And this got me onto the fact that, you know, we're talking about vitamin E, and there is some evidence, you know, although it's a bit it's a bit hit and miss, the evidence about how good vitamin E is for your skin. But I certainly think it protects your skin from, I mean, it seems to protect your skin from ultraviolet rays and things like that. I don't know that it has like anti-aging properties, and you know, so I'm not I'm not convinced about that from all the research that I've done. So if you're looking to turn back the hands of time, look no further than broccoli. Love it or hate it, this common cruciferous veggie contains a natural compound called nicotinamide monocletide, which has been shown to have a potent anti-aging effect on mice that could be translated to humans. Okay, a team of researchers from Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis wrote that this molecule made the cells of lab mice act younger than they were when it was added to the rodent's drinking water. NMN is an enzyme that plays a key role in energy metabolism and is found in broccoli. Just talking about that, my partner, she's got a member of her family that does dragon boat racing and eats shitloads of broccoli, and he swears by it to make him stronger and things like that as well. NMN boosted the mice metabolism. They gained less age-related weight, improved their eyesight, and improved their blood sugar levels. The mice even avoided some of the genetic changes associated with aging. The study didn't track how long the furry critters survived, but at least they lived their lives healthily. One can only assume they outlived mice that weren't given NMN. If your knee-jerk reaction to broccoli is to dry heave, fear not. MNN is also found in other vegetables, including cucumbers, cabbage, and edamame, whatever that is. What's more, the benefits associated with the enzyme likely applies to humans, according to Dr. Blah blah blah, professor of development biology and medicine at Washington University. In fact, Imai is so encouraged by the results that he's launching an early study on people using these supplements in pill form. He explained, if you do the math, I wouldn't say it's impossible entirely, but probably very difficult to get the whole amount you need simply from natural foods. It's clear that in humans and in rodents, we lose energy with age. We are losing the enzyme NMN, but if we can bypass that process by adding NMN, we can make energy again. These results provide important foundation for the human studies. 10 reasons to make friends with broccoli. It helps with cancer prevention. It maintains skin health, heart health, prevents anemia, improves immune system, regulates blood pressure, fights diabetes, gives you helps healthy vision, healthy bones, and a healthy nervous system. It contains vitamin K, vitamin C, vitamin A, fiber, and folate. Broccoli has also been shown to cut the risk of cardiovascular disease and promote heart health by preventing inflammation and atherosclerosis in the arteries. Additionally, researchers found that broccoli has the ability to help prevent cancer, including leukemia. It's worth throwing a handful of broccoli and therefore nicotinamide molecule on your salad. If that idea turns you off, pulverize some into a hearty soup. There you go. So I think that was a really, really good article. And I actually did look up some of the supplements. They are quite heavy. They're quite expensive. They really are quite expensive. Where is it? I'm looking here again. So I've got supplements here, and you're looking at £53, £136, and then like there's some you can get there we go, longevity box, which is the same company here. Okay, it's got NMN and Reversatrol, and it's £189. So maybe there is some truth to this. I don't know, maybe just based on the fact that it costs that much money. I'm just having a look at one now. There's another one here. There we go. So British supplements, clean NMN. Let me share this with you. Hang on a second. Let's go to StreamYard. Let me share this. Present. Share screen. There we are. That one. Let's share that. So there we go. Look, clean MNN, 724 milligrams plus 80 milligrams of our uptake blend to help deliver the NMN. No nasty fillers, vegan, text small print. So yeah, this is a website called britishsupplements.net. I mean, some of the reviews. So I've been reading quite a bit about the anti-aging properties of NMN and how it affects the energy levels, body composition, overall fitness. I can safely say that all of it's true. And even when I'm off cycle, I take a break about a month now and then, I can still feel the positive effects despite not taking the supplement itself. I can't say this for sure, but I also believe it stopped and maybe even reversed my hair loss, as the top of my forehead doesn't look as patchy as before. Well, there's some hope for me yet. And there's another one. I've been using now the supplements for a couple of weeks. I must say that my eyesight has improved greatly after only 3 days, and I'm feeling a lot better generally. So there you go. I mean, this is britishsupplements.net. So let me stop sharing. Let me stop sharing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of links. Shocking price, Jerry. You're right. Let me put the link first of all about the article about broccoli in. There's that one. Okay. And then I'm going to just give you the link to that website as well if you want it. Because, well, this one's £53. Yeah. And that is, you get, how much do you get there? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What does it say? I don't know how much you get, actually. What's this say? Doesn't say. Anyway, have a look. I'll put the link in. Okay, later. I'll put the link in here. Copy that. StreamYard, back to StreamYards. And here's the link. Paste. There you go. So if you fancy that, click on that link and that'll give you the supplements as well. Wow, 8:25 already. Yeah, let's have a look. A lot of older generation would have drank cabbage juice a lot. Find it super for the stomach. Yeah, absolutely, Jerry. Yeah, you're right. Juicing is really good for you. Apparently, I've got a friend who's just started juicing again. He's doing, I forget what it is now. He's doing lemon. He's doing kale and ginger and some other bits and pieces. But yeah, green leafy veg is very, very good for you. It really is excellent for you. Broccoli sprouts are powerful. Grow your own, Rob. Yeah, I would do, Jerry, but and I might try it, but the bugs don't half like them. You know, I might do it. I did it one year, and the bugs just got to them. I mean, you've got to be, and if you're not, you know, the butterflies love them unless you really cover them properly, Jerry. Unless you got some tips for me, please give them to me, because I'd really appreciate that. Miss Blue Sky had Turkish pizza called lahmacun with salad, so lush, and it's not actually a pizza though. Well, there you go. That's what she had for dinner. And Amanda had gammon salad and a boiled egg. Got chicken defrosting for chicken soup for poorly neighbour. That neighbour, I know as well. And we wish, if Kelly's watching, we wish her well. Or she's watching the replay, we wish her well. Never had cabbage soup. Is it nice, Jerry? So there we go. I suppose so. I love all soups. I've got a recipe for soup that I'm going to try and make this week. So we're going to talk about now vitamin E. So it's quite a lot. There's quite a lot to talk about. First of all, I just want to share this very quick overview with you. Okay. So again, if you don't want to have, let me just push this forward. There we go. If you don't want to have the whole listen to the whole thing about vitamin, then I don't blame you, or you can't concentrate, because not everybody can concentrate. So let's just present this very short one. And again, the link for this is in the show notes as well. Oh, I should get a drink. I haven't got a drink. Okay, so this one. Okay, so vitamin E overview, and this is from a company called fromgreens.com. Let me get a drink. Excuse me a second. Some distilled water, some distilled magnetized water here. Cheers, everyone. So, yeah, vitamin E overview. Introduction. Vitamin E is the name of the group of compounds with distinctive antioxidant properties. Researchers have identified 8 naturally occurring chemical forms of vitamin E. However, alpha tocopherol is the only compound recognized to meet human needs. It's a fat-soluble nutrient that functions as a chain-breaking antioxidant and prevents the spread of free radicals. It's also known to protect skin against harmful UV radiation, and hence it's an integral part of the skin's antioxidant defenses. So again, I said earlier that that it's mixed evidence about it having like effects on your aging and things like that. But when you put vitamin E in the body, it definitely helps protect the skin. Also, topical applications can provide certain vitamin E forms that are not available from the diet, and due to its lipophilic nature, it can penetrate into all the underlying skin layers. Some studies indicate that vitamin E supplementation can help against skin wrinkling, skin pigmentation, and photo protection. So again, some studies, it's a bit mixed. So vitamin E is absorbed in the intestine, and because of being a fat-soluble nutrient, its absorption is enhanced when it's consumed in a meal that contains fat. Hence why I say to people, like, take your vitamins, with a meal. The average alpha tocopherol absorption from a usual diet is considered to be around 69 to 75%. Here you've got some body functions that it shows here. So it's prevents or delays chronic diseases, some immune functions as well, photo protection properties, anti-inflammatory role for skin, prevents free radical damage, wound healing, helps protect eyesight, and protects cell membranes. And then it's got recommended daily. Here's a little infographic about how much you should take. I'll talk a bit more about that as well. Deficiency symptoms are a lot of other symptoms, really. Muscle weakness, vision problems, immune system changes, numbness, poor sense of balance, and may cause anemia and difficulty in walking. Plant-based vitamin E sources. You've got hazelnut oil, which is the most you can get from it, which is a 315% of your daily amount. Sunflower oil, safflower oil, don't know what that is, grapeseed oil, canola oil, palm oil, peanut oil, corn oil, oat oil, olive oil, which is one of my favorites, and that's 95%, soybean oil, and industrial oil hydrogenated. Also nuts and seeds, sunflower seed kernels, you can get 235% from them. I love sunflower seed kernels, I really do. Almonds as well, hazelnuts, and pine nuts. I've got a health story about nuts a bit later as well. Veggies, jalapeno peppers, dandelion greens, turnip greens, and fresh coriander, which is what I had tonight as well. So, excessive intake, toxicity side effects, nausea, diarrhea, intestinal cramps, fatigue, weakness, headache. I think it's pretty hard, really, to overdose on it, but you know, just follow the directions of the supplements you take. Like I said, this one here that I've got, this one here is it says it's just take 2 tablets a day, so it's all been worked out for you. Vitamin E interaction with other nutrients, polyunsaturated fatty acids. Vitamin E requirements may increase when intakes are increased. So when you take more polyunsaturated fatty acids, vitamin E requirements may increase on this. Vitamin K, taking vitamin E with vitamin K might decrease the effects of vitamin K as well. So nutrient profiles for food groups, there you go. Nuts, seeds, oils, fruits, there we go. Veggies and legumes, cereal, grains and flours. So you can get a lot in different foods. I mean, I've got some vitamin E. I'm sure there's vitamin E in my fish oil. So I'm just going to check that for you. Yeah. Again, I've got no association with any particular brand. This is Vitabiotics, and these are my cod liver oil plus omega-3. And the reason I get these is because they've got a good amount of EPA and DHA in them. I've talked about that in the past. But yeah, this has also got vitamin E as well, which is, and it says it's 11, I think it's 11 milligrams. So it's quite a lot, actually, I think it is. So there you go. Let me come back to you guys. Hello, guys. Girls and men. There you go. Rather than guys. In case Jason's watching. Don't want to say the G word. What else has been said here? Let's have a look. Let's go up here. Right. Jerry saying, I had a brother stage 4 month to live, stuck him on juice, fast, amazing results. Unfortunately, the other side got to him, but 2 years on. Sorry to hear that, Jerry. Yeah, I had a brother. His wife got to him, and he didn't want to listen to me. And there you go. Yes, I did, Miss Blue Sky. I went and got a drink. So back in the day, Jerry's saying that they would cook the cabbage and just take a mug of the juice straight from the pot. Here we go. So if you're liking this stream, if you're watching on Telegram, I don't know if you are, but if you're liking this, please join my channel. Let's have a look. Kitty saying NMN is cheaper on eBay. I'm looking to see the best one. Yeah, again, you know, as long as you think it's a good source and you trust it. So Miss Blue Sky says, I'm definitely want to add vitamin E now after hearing how important it is. I thought it mainly just beneficial for skincare. Yeah, that's why I'm starting to add it to my diet now, because you know, although I've got vitamin E in the cod liver oil, I think it's important to take it as a supplement as well. So see if it'll make any difference as well, because it does. I'm about to tell you. So what I've done is, with the presentation today, I've actually took photographs from these books, okay, and I've loaded them onto my computer, which I'm going to present to you now. Okay, so bear with me. This is a little bit long-winded, but I should be, and there's a couple of infographics as well, so hopefully you'll like those. So let me do share, present. Let's do share screen. So let's do entire screen. So I'm going to do this and just make sure that let's have a look. Window, close tab. Okay, entire screen. Okay, so I'm sharing the entire screen now, and I'm going to go to where am I going? Here. Okay, so let me know. I'm just going to, first of all, can you all see that? I'm just going to start with this infographic here. Let me see if you can. I'm going to come back. I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'll come back to it. I just want to make sure that this is working. Can everyone see that infographic that I'm sharing there? Yeah. Let me just stop sharing and come back to you. Let me just come back to you. Could you all see that? Let me know in the chat, please, that I just did. Just waiting for a reply. Come on. Can someone reply? Maybe you've all gone. Did you all see that, what I was sharing, that infographic? I don't want to just keep like sharing, thinking I'm sharing something that you can't see. Yes, can see it. Okay, great. So I'll go back to it now. Thank you very much, Kitty. Thank you. Yes, right. Okay, so I'm going to present that again. Okay, so share screen. Here we go. Entire screen. That one. Share, and then we're going to go to here, which is there. There we go. So there you go. There's an infographic on vitamin E. This is sometimes nice and easy for people to see, to understand as well. So there you go. I like these infographics. It helps with PMS symptoms. It boosts your immune system. It's effective for hand and nails. It balances your hormones. It's good for cardiovascular health. It fights free radicals. It improves your cognitive function. It repairs damaged skin. It balances cholesterol. It decreases environmental damage to your hair and prevents cataract formation. So there you go. And they've got like, there we go. There's fish there, which we were just talking about. And it's got the other things, the fruits and the nuts and the legumes. Let's see if I've got another infographic here. There we go. Benefits of vitamin E capsules. It says fights wrinkles, nourishes the skin, fades scar, hyperpigmentation, dark circles, soften skin, stretch marks, and it's a cleansing agent as well. Again, you know, I'm not convinced about all of these things, but as you can see, there is, and you will see with the information I'm presenting, that there is some sort of definitely there's a lot of skin benefits. So let's have a look here. Vitamin E is a fat soluble compound mainly found in certain plant oils and also in the leaves of green vegetables. It's both a nutrient as well as an antioxidant. As an antioxidant, it's known for protecting the body from free radicals that can wreak havoc on our health, both internally and externally. It's also sometimes called the skin vitamin. There we go. It has excellent antioxidant, anti-inflammatory and skin healing properties, which make it a great natural remedy for skin and hair concerns. It is naturally found in plants and the leaves of green veggies. Is a vitamin that is used commercially as an antioxidant to keep fats from going rancid. So it's often found in vegetable oils as well as beauty products. Tips on how to use it. It's best to use vitamin E oil or cream on skin at night because it can be thick and greasy. For areas like your cuticles, you can use it any time of the day. You can puncture a vitamin E capsule and squeeze out the pure vitamin E oil onto your fingertips for immediate use or into a small container for later use. You can also try adding a few drops of vitamin E oil to one of your favorite lotions to increase its antioxidant and moisturizing powder. When wheat germ is a notably rich source of vitamin E, and wheat germ oil can be used topically as well. So where it says you can also try adding a few drops of vitamin E oil to your favorite lotions, like for example, my salve, I could add it into my salve as well. I could heat my salve up and I might even do this actually, and I'm then open up one of my vitamin E capsules and drop it straight in as well. So that's useful. Or even sort of, no, I wouldn't use my fish oil. That'd be a bit smelly, wouldn't it? Anyway, so there you go. That's another infographic. Have I got anything else here? Let's have a look. Previous, and here we go. There's another one. Yeah, that's another infographic. Let's go to this. Okay, so here we go. I've got some info here. So here we go. So this is from the Essential Guide to Vitamins and Minerals. Vitamin E consists of two groups of fat-soluble compounds, the tocopherols and tocotrienols. Until recently, 8 fat-soluble substances were known to have vitamin E activity: 4 tocopherols, alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and 4 tocotrienols, alpha, beta, gamma, delta. In 2009, a 9th substance, delta tocotrienol, with vitamin E activity was identified in kiwi fruit skin. I wonder if that's in that type of one is in mine. So no, it's not. Interesting. Alpha tocopherol is the main source of vitamin E in the European diet, whilst gamma tocopherol is the most common form in the American diet. Synthetic alpha tocopherol, dialpha tocopherol, has less biological strength than natural source vitamin E. D-alpha tocopherol, due to its different symmetrics of the molecules present. The main food source of vitamin E include wheat germ oil, avocado, butter, whole grain cereals, nuts and seeds. Vitamin E is unstable when frozen. Up to 80% of the vitamin E content is destroyed. Heating also destroys around 30% vitamin E content. Fresh raw foods and supplements are therefore the best sources. Vitamin E is antioxidant, protecting cell membranes, nerve sheaths, like myelin sheaths in your brain, for example, circulating cholesterol molecules, dietary fats, and body fat stores from oxidation. It also has a mild anti-inflammatory action in general. The more polyunsaturated fatty acids you eat, the more vitamin E you need. I said that earlier. Vitamin E also helps a strengthening effect on muscle fibers to relieve muscle cramps and boost immunity by working together with selenium to increase antibody production. Vitamin E activity is sometimes expressed in international units rather than milligrams. Okay, so that's that. Next, research. Glucose control. Vitamin E seems to improve glucose balance. Low dietary intakes have been linked with an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Double-blind studies show that vitamin E, I can't read this because I've got, let me just hide that, because improved glucose tolerance in people with type 2 diabetes. Although it may take 3 months or more for the benefits of supplementation to become apparent, studies suggest that at least 800 international units of vitamin E is needed for significant improvements in glucose control. Coronary heart disease. Vitamin E protects circulating fats from oxidation, reduces platelet clumping, and has blood thinning and anti-inflammatory effects. It may therefore slow the progression of atherosclerosis. Large prospective trials show a 40% reduction in coronary heart disease rates in both men and women taking vitamin E supplements. Risk is lowest in those taking 100 international units, around 67 milligrams vitamin E per day for at least 2 years. Vitamin E gained widespread medical acceptance following results of the Cambridge Heart Antioxidant Study, CHAOS, funny enough, in 1996. Just over 2,000 patients with coronary heart disease were divided into 2 groups, with half taking vitamin E and half taking placebo for 18 months. Taking high-dose vitamin E, at least 400 international units daily, was found to reduce the risk of a heart attack by 77%. A recent meta-analysis of the results of 15 trials suggests that people with the highest intake of vitamin E from both diet and supplements have a 24% lower risk of coronary heart disease than those with the lowest intakes. And this is a really important one. Statins. Statin drugs lower blood levels of fat-soluble vitamin E by as much as 17%. As a result of reduced coenzyme Q10, which is made in the brain, and reduced vitamin E levels, low-density lipoprotein cholesterol is less able to withstand oxidative stress in people taking a statin. If you are taking a statin, it's worth ensuring that your supplement regime includes vitamin E as well as coenzyme Q10. Brain functions. By protecting brain cells from oxidation, high levels of vitamin E are also strongly associated with better cognitive scores compared with those having the lowest vitamin E intakes. Osteoarthritis. A dietary analysis of 640 people with osteoarthritis of the knee found reduced risk of osteoarthritis progression with increasing vitamin E intakes in males. Another study involving 56 people with osteoarthritis found that taking 400 milligrams of vitamin E of D-alpha tocopherol per day for 6 weeks reduced pain at rest, pain on movement, and the need for painkillers compared with those taking inactive placebo. Cataracts. People with the highest dietary intake of vitamin E have a lower risk of developing cataracts severe enough to need extraction compared to those with the lowest intakes. A study involving 1,380 people attending an ophthalmology outpatient clinic found that regular use of multivitamin and antioxidant supplements decreased the risk of developing cataracts by 37%, with dietary intake of vitamin E, among other nutrients, decreasing the risk. Other studies using high-dose vitamin E have not shown a benefit, however, most likely because of the short duration of these trials. Deficiency. Lack of vitamin E has a harmful effect on the nervous system and can produce symptoms such as lack of energy, lethargy, poor concentration, irritability, muscle weakness, and poor coordination. In severe long-term lack, such as that due to malabsorption, serious effects such as blindness, dementia, and abnormal heart rhythms can occur. There is no recommended UK RNI for vitamin E, but intakes above 4 milligrams for men and above 3 milligrams for women are thought to be adequate. The old EU RDA for vitamin E was 10 milligrams per day. The newly set EU RDA is increased to 12 milligrams per day. The upper safe level for long-term use for supplements is suggested at 540 milligrams or 800 international units. Select supplements containing natural source vitamin E, the alpha tocopherol high-dose vitamin E is best taken together with other antioxidants such as vitamin C, mixed carotenoids, and selenium. Adequate supplies of vitamin C in particular are important as it regenerates vitamin E after it has acted as an antioxidant. So that's why it's important to take vitamin C with your vitamin E. High intakes of vitamin E can cause headache, fatigue, gastrointestinal distress, double vision, muscle weakness, but this only occurs above doses of 3,000 milligrams daily. Can I just say this is all from a book, and I'm not a doctor, and this is just advice from the book, or I'm reading from the book even. So that is that. Let's see. Now we're back to that. I've got just a few more bits on vitamin E that I want to read to you. So let's just first of all come back to stop sharing in a minute. Right, let's just come back to the chat and see what's being said in the chat. I want to see what's being said in the chat. Where are we? Okay. Yes. It might be a bit fishy, Robert. Yeah, it would be if I put a vitamin E capsule on my skin. Absolutely. Sorry, I forgot to comment, Jerry. Great to hear your bro. Yeah, okay. So the chemicals got him. Yeah, the chemicals. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, Jerry. Okay, so I'm still going to carry on now. There's not much more now on vitamin E, and then we're going to jump on to some health headlines. All right. So I'm just going to read you now some other bits now, and this is from this book here, which is the Encyclopedia of Natural Medicine. This edition, I believe, is from 1999. So again, everything I'm reading to you has all been properly referenced and properly researched. So let's go back to presenting. Let's share screen again. Entire screen. Click on the entire screen. Let's share again and hide that there. And let's go back to here. Or here, should I say. There we go. So let's go here. Right, here we go. So one group of investigators has suggested that free radicals have a causative role in endometrial bleeding, particularly in the presence of an intrauterine device, whatever that means. Vitamin E supplementation, 100 international units every 2 days, resulted in an improvement in all patients by the end of 10 weeks. Although vitamin E may have produced its effects via its antioxidant activity, it is equally plausible that it affected prostaglandin metabolism in a manner that would reduce bleeding. There we go. Also, vitamin E deficiency can occur in IBD. Oh God, I had to write this down. IBD is irritable bowel disorder. As observed in one case report, the patient had a 25-year history of Crohn's disease with multiple small bowel resections. Presenting symptoms relating to vitamin E deficiency included visual disturbances, generalized motor weakness, and nervous system abnormalities. Supplementing with 270 international units per day eventually brought complete recovery over a period of 2 years. Vitamin E supplementation is also indicated due to its ability to inhibit inflammation and reduce free radical damage. So there you go. Irritable bowel disorder was completely got rid of by supplementing with vitamin E. Vitamin E is indicated in the treatment of gout, since it also mildly inhibits the production of leukotrienes. No, I can't even say it. Leukotrienes, that's it, and acts as an antioxidant. Selenium functions synergistically with vitamin E. So selenium keeps coming up that you should maybe try and take some selenium with vitamin E as well, if you can. Several double-blind clinical studies have shown vitamin E alpha tocopherol to relieve many premenstrual symptoms, particularly FBD, which is functional bowel disorder. The mode of action remains obscure, although vitamin E has been shown to normalize circulating hormones in PMS and functional bowel disorder patients. Vitamin E supplementation, 600 international units a day, also lowers the elevated follicle stimulating and luteinizing hormone levels commonly seen in FBD patients. Time for a drink. There we go. So again, all to do with that's to do with ladies and their monthlies. And if you're having problems, it could be down to vitamin E, a lack of vitamin E. Diabetic patients appear to have an increased requirement for vitamin E. A vitamin E deficiency results in increased free radical induced damage, particularly of the lining of the vascular system. Supplementing vitamin E may help prevent diabetic complications through its antioxidant activity. The inhibition of the platelet releasing reaction and platelet aggregation, increasing high density lipoprotein cholesterol levels, and its role in fatty acid metabolism. The trace mineral selenium functions synergistically with vitamin E. There we go again. So we should be taking some selenium. And again, selenium you get in a lot of nuts. Again, I've got a story about nuts in a minute. Vitamin E deficiency can occur in IBD, which is, again, irritable bowel disease. As observed in one case report, the patient had a 25-year history of Crohn's disease with multiple small bowel resections presenting symptoms relating to vitamin E deficiency. I think I've read this, haven't I? I'll read it again. Yeah. Vitamin E deficiency include visual disturbances, generalized motor weakness, and nervous system abnormalities. Supplementing with 270 international units a day brought complete recovery over a period of 2 years. Yeah, I think I read that. So let's go on to the next one. Zinc, vitamin E, and vitamin A function together in many body processes, including the manufacture of thyroid hormone. A deficiency of any of these nutrients would result in lower levels of active thyroid hormone being produced. Low zinc levels are common in the elderly, as is hypothyroidism. There may be a correlation, and that's it. Let's have a go in the next one. A clinical trial using 600 international units of vitamin E in patients with osteoarthritis demonstrated significant benefit from vitamin E. The benefit was thought to be due to vitamin E's antioxidant and membrane stabilizing actions. Later studies have shown that vitamin E has an ability to inhibit the enzymatic breakdown of cartilage, as well as stimulate cartilage synthesis. Let me say that again. Vitamin E has an ability to inhibit the enzymatic breakdown of cartilage. And this is also apparently what magnesium does as well. It gets rid of calcium. It breaks down calcium deposits within your bones and within your cartilage as well. I think we're nearly at the end here now. These two nutrients, so vitamin E and selenium, these two nutrients function synergistically as antioxidants and seem to potentiate each other's effect. Potentiate each other's effect. Vitamin E alone has been demonstrated to be of considerable value in patients with severe periodontal disease. This can largely be attributed to the decreased wound healing time associated with vitamin E supplementation. The antioxidant effects of vitamin E are particularly needed if silver amalgams in your teeth are present. As stated earlier, mercury depletes the tissue of the antioxidant enzymes superoxide dismutase, glutathione peroxidase, and catalase. In animal studies, this toxic effect of mercury is prevented by supplementation with vitamin E. Selenium and vitamin E's antioxidant activities also deter periodontal disease, as the free radicals are extremely damaging to your gums. I've read that one. Okay. Inhibit the... Oh, and here's another one. Okay. Vitamin A and E have been shown to inhibit the development of stress ulcers in rats and are important factors in maintaining the integrity of the lining of the digestive tract. Zinc increases mucin production and has been shown to have a protective effect on peptic ulcers in animals and a positive effect in humans. And now, lastly, this brings me on to what I'm going to talk about in a minute, and that is smoking. Another factor strongly linked to peptic ulcers is smoking. Increased frequency, decreased response to peptic ulcer therapy, and an increased mortality due to peptic ulcer are all related to smoking. Three postulated mechanisms for this association are decreased pancreatic bicarbonate secretion, an important neutralizer of gastric acid, increased reflux of bile salts into the stomach, and acceleration of gastric emptying into the duodenum. Bile salts are extremely irritating to the stomach, and the initial portions of the duodenum. I can't even say that. Bile salts reflux induced by smoking, therefore, appears to be the most likely factor responsible for the increased peptic ulcer rate in smokers. However, the psychological aspects of smoking are also important, since the chronic anxiety and psychological aspects of smoking are also important. Since the chronic anxiety and psychological stress associated with smoking appear to worsen ulcer activity. Are we nearly there? I think we're there. Yeah, I think we're there. Okay, so let's leave it now. That'll do. Let's come back to the chat. Let's stop sharing. There we go. Let's come back to the chat. We can get rid of that now. And we're back. Hello. How's everyone doing? I'm sorry, that was a bit long-winded about vitamin E. I know that. I mean, it's already 9 o'clock. But yeah, thanks for joining me, everyone. If you haven't, I've just done a whole bit about, if you're just joining me, I've just done a whole bit about vitamin E. There's links in the show notes down below. And if you're watching on Telegram, please join the channel. If you're just coming across this channel and you'd like more information about all aspects of health, please follow me also on YouTube, on Health Freedom UK. It's called Health Freedom UK. Again, links I'll post in Telegram. I think they're already there as well, under the show. There's a link to the show. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, I know what I was going to say. So many years ago, I actually purchased the URL for healthfreedom.co.uk, and I'm glad I did, because there's not many Health Freedom URLs left now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to link, and my son's done it. We've already done it. We've set it up, and it should be ready tomorrow. We've linked the URL to my Shopify account, where I sell my my CBD Salve, and it would. So if you was to go on tomorrow, it doesn't link at the moment, but if you go on tomorrow on healthfreedom.co.uk, it'll take you to my Shopify account. I'm also looking to try and maybe get my own vitamins, and maybe contact a manufacturer and get some vitamins put together. I don't know if people want to comment about that, whether they think that's a good idea, whether I, try and produce my own vitamins. I mean, that way then I know exactly what's gone in them. And I think that you would then trust me in terms of to maybe, if you want to buy vitamins, to buy them via me. For me, it's about something I've always wanted to do. I've always been a bit entrepreneurial, and I love all forms of nutrition. So if you think that's a good idea, maybe put it in the chat. Please give me some feedback. I'd appreciate that. Also, anyone who's watching the show again, please put some notes down. Please put some comments in the after show, whether you like the show, whether you thought it was a bit boring, whether it was a bit long-winded or whatever. I always reply to comments. I try to, as soon as I see the comments, I mean, I'm not watching it 24/7, but if I go on YouTube and I check my channel and I see a comment, then I always try and reply to it. So please add a comment, and it helps the algorithms and it helps the message get shared. Yeah, and please, like Kitty has just said, don't forget to, can you hit the like button? I mean, there's 10 of you in. I mean, if you all of you can hit the like button again, that would help get the message out as well. What was I say? Oh yeah. So next week, it looks like Raconteurs News won't be on. So if you're watching this and you are a Raconteurs fan, I may do the show, or I may get even Jason to do the show on Health Freedom next Tuesday, if that's what he wants. I'm going to have a chat with him, but I may even do the show on my own, or do a type of Raconteurs News show next Tuesday, and see how we get on. See if people join us, because we've now got a week ban, so we'll see what happens anyway. What's people saying? And let's have a look. So Miss Blue Sky is saying, nice one, Rob. That's defo more simple to remember than the Shopify link. Yeah, so healthfreedom.co.uk. I'm gonna let me put it in so that if people do want to look it up, here we go. So I'm just going to put the link there. Copy. And let's put it in the chat. Come back here. Let's put it in the chat. Paste. There we go. If you go to it now, and I'm going to have my proper website, and I have already written a lot of stuff, and I did used to have the website up and running. But so at the moment, it's just going to point to the shop, but I'm going to have probably the whole site up and running, and it will have articles on there, and it will have maybe links to here and stuff like that. So it's just another source for people to go to if they wish to have that. So if you go to that now, it won't take you to the shop, but anyone who wants to, have a look. Kitty's saying that would be a good idea. Yeah, about the supplements. Great, thank you for that. Nice, Robert. All in chat. Much love. Thank you very much. Well done, Jimmy. Yeah, Jerry sending love to everyone. That's good. Miss Blue Sky, yes, I would buy vitamins off you. I trust your words and genuineness. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. About all things health, when it comes to all things health wise. Thank you very much. Kitty saying, we know you would do good vitamins, Robert, and all natural coming from you. I would buy them from you. Thank you very much. Not running now. So, Rob, just letting us know on Telegram what it's up and running. Not running now, Rob. So just letting you know on Telegram when it's up and running. Okay. Is it, if you go on Telegram, can you see it? I don't know, because I can't. I mean, it says it's still live here, but I don't know, whether it is live or not. So if you can just let me know if anyone's got Telegram. Oh, it's not up and running. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. The link to my website. No, absolutely. But if you can go on Telegram, see if you can see me chatting here away, that'd be great. Where are we? What's the time? 10 past. Let's have a drink. No. What? So it's not on. Oh no, the website's not up. Kitty's saying no. Well, I'm not live on Health Freedom Telegram because it's saying I'm live here. No. Let's go back to my notes here. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you all about this as well. It's got nothing to do with health, but I have talked about how I've had nothing but car issues, and I got rid of my car, and I've now got a new car, and I had some work done on it the other day, and I put the link in the show notes. There's a really good website. I needed brake pads doing on my car, and I got my local garage to quote me, and they quoted me £360 to do 4 brake pads. So I went on this website, whocanfixmycar.com. Again, link in the show notes. And I got quotes of around 250, then 200, and then one quote I got was £165. And so I went with the guy with £165. He did the job within an hour. I gave him 180 quid because I thought he did a great job, and he was so efficient. And he was just a really nice guy and everything, and he didn't try and rip me off or anything. So if you've got any car issues, and my son's just used this, his car, right, was it was meant to be like £1,400. It failed its MOT, and they quoted him £1,400 to do the work. He went on whocanfixmycar.com. He got all the work done for 650 quid or something like that, he told me. I mean, see, I think what we're going to see, why these repairs are going up as well. I'm sorry, I know this is off center about health, because the price of electricity and everything to run these garages, you're going to get more people that are going to be coming to your house and just working out of their van and maybe putting up, some tarpaulin or a gazebo or something over your car and working on it. I think we're going to see more and more of that, if I'm honest. I really do. And I'm going to say something now. I can't remember all the details, but I got told that there is going to be a problem with paper in the very near future because of new laws that have changed. Because I know someone that works in the food industry, and I have it on good authority. And my advice given was, I know this might sound crazy, but stock up on tissues and stock up on loo roll. So you heard it here first. See if I'm wrong, but apparently because of new regulations, it's all going to change. So you need to, you really need to stock up on things like that. You heard it first here. And I must say, look, what's been happening with the banks. I was on Raconteur's News at the beginning of the year, and my prediction was we might see CBDCs coming in this year. So I could be wrong, but a lot of banks are starting to collapse now. So I could be right. You never know. Miss Blue Sky says, "Wow, that's great. He can buy you a meal now with all the money he saved because of you." Yes, James, if you're watching, you can buy me a nice meal. We can take the dog out to a nice doggy-friendly restaurant, can't we? Oh, and Kitty says, "Yep, my live chat link is working. I've been on there. Great. So I'm live on Telegram as well. I might pick up some more people on Telegram. You never know, because I've got about 70 subscribers, I think it is, or something like that on Telegram. So again, welcome if you're a new subscriber. All sorts of things here. I try and do this show every 2 weeks. I try and bring some, talk about a particular health subject or something that's important as well. And I just try and bring in some health news as well, and some terrible jokes as well at the end. And so let's talk about someone posed a question to me about smoking. They wanted to give up smoking. So I did a little look up, and I did give them some personal advice on a one-to-one basis. So I just wanted to share that. I mean, me personally, I don't mind admitting to it. I used to be a cannabis smoker, and it was very difficult to stop it. I mean, for me, my body told me to stop it. I've quit twice. I quit once when I woke up in the middle of the night, struggling to breathe, and that made me quit for about 6 months or so. And then I quit last year as well. I mean, I'm now 12, 13, 15 months off cannabis now. So, and I can honestly say that I feel more productive, much more productive in my life. And I don't smell. My taste buds have come back, but it's not easy. And you have to keep, for me, I've been able to leave it. And I think because I'm getting more into health, and I think you've got to have a reason why you want to stop smoking. You've really, there's got to be, whether it's, smoking will also, it will damage all parts of your body. You're filling your body with a lot of bad chemicals. You're reducing your oxygen levels. I mean, to have improved health and to heal the body properly, one of the things that the body needs is oxygen. And one of the things that smoking does is reduce oxygen. But it's a habit, and it's nicotine is addictive. Some people then go to nicotine sprays, nicotine patches, and again, it's whatever can work for you. Personally, I was able to stop it and knock it on the head. So here's some 13 the 13 best quit smoking tips ever. So I'm going to share this with you again. Share screen. There we are. Where are we? There we are. That one. So let's share that. And there we go. So 13 best quit smoking tips ever. This is from webmd.com. Okay, and find your reason is the first one. To get motivated, you need a powerful personal reason to quit. It may be to protect your family from secondhand smoke, or lower your chance of getting lung cancer, heart disease, or other conditions, or to look at and feel younger. Choose a reason that is strong enough to outweigh the urge to light up. Okay, number 2, prepare before you go cold turkey. There's more to it than just tossing the cigarettes out. Smoking is an addiction. The brain is hooked on nicotine. Without it, you'll go through withdrawal. Line up support in advance. Ask your doctor about all the methods that will help, such as quit smoking classes and apps, counseling, medication, and hypnosis. You'll be ready for the day you choose to quit. Yeah, I think cutting down slowly is a really, really good idea myself. And again, yeah, get support from your family. Find your reason. Your reason also could be that you want to save money. I mean, everyone needs to save money at the moment, don't they? You know, and I mean, I can honestly say that my habit was costing me nearly £2,000 a year, over £2,000 a year. And so with that money now, I can buy more vitamins. I can spend more when I go on holiday and things like that, and go to nice restaurants and things. I can buy better food. I can buy better things for my garden. Like my copper tools cost me, like 2 copper tools cost me over £300, but they'll last me for 20 years. That's the thing. So prepare. We've done that one. Number 3, consider nicotine replacement therapy. When you stop smoking, nicotine withdrawal may give you headaches, affect your mood, or sap your energy. The craving for just one drag is tough. Nicotine replacement therapy can curb these urges. Studies show that nicotine gum, lozenges, and patches improve your chance of success when you're also in a quit smoking program. I'm not a great fan of, because you can get hooked on nicotine as well. The brain loves nicotine. Learn about prescription pills. Medicines can curb cravings and may also make smoking less satisfying if you pick up a cigarette. Other drugs can ease withdrawal symptoms such as depression or problems with concentration. I'm not a great lover of that, but again, this is not my advice. This is just an article. Number 5, lean on your loved ones. Tell your friends, family, and other people that you're close to, that you're trying to quit. They can encourage you to keep going, especially when you're tempted to light up. You can also join a support group or talk to a counselor. Behavioral therapy is a type of counseling that helps you identify and stick to quit smoking strategies. Even a few sessions may help. Yeah, also look up the tap-in method. There is something called the tap-in method that you can do that apparently stops urges, and you tap on different parts of your face or whatever, and that apparently helps. Give yourself a break. One reason to people smoke is that the nicotine helps them relax. Once you quit, you'll need new ways to unwind. There are many options. You can exercise to blow off steam, tune into your favorite music, connect with friends, treat yourself to a massage, or make time for a hobby. Try to avoid stressful situations during the first few weeks after you stop smoking. Number 7, avoid alcohol and other triggers. When you drink, it's hard to stick to your known smoking goal. So try to limit alcohol when you first quit. Likewise, if you often smoke when you drink coffee, switch to tea for a few weeks. If you usually smoke after meals, find something else to do instead, like brushing your teeth, taking a walk, texting a friend, or chewing some gum. Number 8, clean your house. Once you've smoked your last cigarette, toss all your ashtrays and lighters. Wash any clothes that smell like smoke, and clean your carpets, your draperies, and your upholstery. Use fresh air fresheners to get rid of that familiar scent, like in your car, for example. If you smoked in your car, clean it out too. You don't want to see or smell anything that reminds you of smoking. 9. Try and try again. Many people try several times before giving up cigarettes for good. If you light up, don't get discouraged. Instead, think about what led you to your relapse, such as your emotions or the setting you were in. Use it as an opportunity to step up your commitment to quitting. Once you've made the decision to try again, set a quit date within the next month. 10. Get moving. Be active, can curb nicotine cravings and ease some withdrawal symptoms. When you want to reach for a cigarette, put on your inline skates or go jogging or walking fast shoes instead. Even mild exercise helps, such as walking your dog or pulling weeds in the garden. The calories you burn will also ward off weight gain as you quit smoking. 11. Eat fruits and veggies. Don't try to diet whilst giving up cigarettes. Too much deprivation can easily backfire. Instead, keep things simple and try to eat more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein. These are good for your whole body. 12. Choose your reward. In addition to all the health benefits, one of the perks of giving up cigarettes is all the money you will save, which is what I said to you earlier. There are online calculators that figure out how much richer you will be. Reward yourself by spending part of it on something fun. 13. Remember that time is on your side. As soon as you quit, you start to get immediate health benefits. After only 20 minutes, your heart rate goes back to normal. Within a day, your blood's carbon monoxide level also falls back into place. In just 2 to 3 weeks, you will start to lower your odds of having a heart attack. In the long run, you will also lower your chance of getting lung cancer and other cancers as well. There we go. And let me know in the chat, if you haven't already, what your ideas, if you've smoked, what works for you as well, and so people can read this when they're watching the show from the replay of the show. Let's have a look at what has been said. Where are we for time? 9:25. We're doing good. Right, so you can buy a meal. Yeah, time to invest in the B-Day, guys. So Miss Blue Sky says about the paper shortage. Time to invest in the B-Day, guys. Yep. And time to get paper in. Central banks have been buying up record amounts of gold, says Jerry. Yeah. So buy some gold, physical gold, and silver. Silver's going really up. I've got my pension in gold. Yes, Miss Blue Sky says, well done, Rob, and all those who have given up something bad. It's great when you see how much better life is without that stuff, and those addictions are because of programming from the fake world. Yeah, we remember we are being programmed all the time. That's one thing that I don't have a TV. I haven't had a TV for 10 years. Remember, they don't call it, I said this before, they don't call it TV programming for nothing. You watch, they give you your channels on the television. They give you your channels of programming, remember. Amanda says, throw everything away, lighters, matches, ashtrays, anything to do with smoking, so you aren't tempted, as they remind you. Also, forgive yourself if you fall off the wagon and never give up giving up. Nice advice there. And Jerry said, that's inspirational, Amanda. Well done, Jerry. Mick H says, no smoking signs remind me to smoke. There we go. Yeah, again, it's a bit like Mick, that when you what is it? Alcoholics Anonymous, and they you go to an Alcoholics Anonymous class, and they always say, you're always an alcoholic. I disagree with that completely. And again, if you're going to those sort of classes, it's almost reminding you of people, standing around telling their stories about why they've given up the booze and stuff like that. I'm not in agreement with that. But again, it doesn't mean to say that that I'm right, or that Mick's right, or whatever. Cutting down and going cold turkey is the best way for me, said Kitty. Fair enough again. And a man says, thanks, Jerry. I gave up in May. Incredibly hard. It was like losing a friend. There you go. Nicotine's so addictive. The brain loves nicotine. It really does. I heard it from a Rothschild once. When I used to be a retinal screener, I had a Rothschild sitting in my my examination room, and I knew he smoked because I could tell he smoked. I said, "You smoke?" Because you could smell it. He goes, "It's good for the brain." The brain loves it, but it's not good for the rest of the body, And he probably had shares in nicotine companies as well. Keep going, Amanda, says Jerry. Yeah, it's a mind fuck. Yeah, absolutely. And Miss Blue Sky, people often smoke, drink because they see everyone else does it, and they feel like that it must be fun and they don't want to miss out. What are you missing out exactly? LOL, bad health and sheep behavior. Yeah, be yourself. You don't have to follow everyone else. Just be yourself. Don't be a sheep. Be yourself, and find those rewards of giving up something that's bad for you. You can do it. It is possible to do. I feel so much better. I mean, weed was a terrible addiction for me. It's, and again, I used to use it as a reward system. I used to I'm just going to do this job and then I'll have a doobie. I mean, again, it's whatever and also it was terrible on my memory. My short-term memory was dreadful, absolutely dreadful. So yeah, I don't recommend it at all. Smoking, I don't recommend weed. However, cannabis has got a lot of other beneficial effects, but that's just my opinion and not advice. Should we do some health stories? Yeah, let's do some health stories then. So I'm going to go to my notes here. I'm going to share some health. Shall I share them with you? Yeah, I'll share them with you. Let's do it. Present. Share screen. There we go. Window. What is it? It's on my... Yes, I've got to share the whole window, entire screen. Okay, so let's click that. Let's click that, and I'm going to click this here, and there we go. So here's all my vitamin E stuff as well. Yeah, I've done all of that. Done the broccoli. Latest health news. Here we go. So I'm not going to say the word, but you can see it here. I'm going to say it backwards. A Divok makes a comeback. Experts warn cases are surging again, with 1 in 40 Brits infected. So do you remember what you're meant to do? Leading experts, I love that, fear the outbreak, which surveillance data suggests has left 1 in 40 in England infected, will continue to pick up pace in the coming weeks. GP surgeries in parts of the country have already started cancelling appointments because the uptick, I think they mean uptake, uptick has left them with exceptionally low staff levels. Professor Danny Altman, an immunologist at Imperial College London, called the surge definitely something to worry about. A Divok monitoring project ran by health tech firm Zoe has found that rates have been on the up for a week. It predicts nearly 1.5 million people in the UK had symptomatic Divok on Monday, up by a fifth from 1.2 million just a week earlier. Levels are highest in London, the southeast and northwest, according to its data. And I'm sure it's got nothing to do with jibby jibby. I'm sure it's got nothing to do with that. Is fasting during Ramadan good for you? Are there any risks? Everything you need to know. What are some of the health benefits of fasting? Fasting has the obvious benefit of reducing, in theory, the number of calories consumed, which could help you lose weight. However, whether a person loses weight or not depends on what they eat during the pre-dawn and post-sundown meals. If a person opts for heavy, decadent calorific feasts to break their fast every day, they won't lose any weight despite not eating or drinking during the day. This is why Muslims are recommended to eat a normal balanced meal featuring a variety of major food groups for suhoor and iftar. For some obese or overweight people, the change to their regular diet can lead to weight loss during Ramadan. However, unless they make changes to their eating habits for the rest of the year, the weight will return. Intermittent fasting, which has a superficial resemblance to Ramadan fasting in that proponents skip meals for hours a day, has been linked to anti-aging benefits by some studies, though this is disputed. Some small studies have found Ramadan fasting lowers the levels of cholesterol and boosts the immune system, but others found no observable effect. Reducing the levels of smoking, which is included in Ramadan fasting, could be beneficial as it might encourage people to quit fully. Hey, do you like that link there? You see? I don't just throw this show together. It takes hours. I mean, it did take hours this time. Are there any, and by the way, Ramadan starts on Wednesday evening, I believe. Are there any health risks from Ramadan fasting? Muslims at risk of potential health complications from fasting, like the injured and pregnant women, are exempt. So there aren't many broad health risks from the practice. Whilst oral medication can be considered breaking the fast, people who are seriously ill are likewise exempt from fasting. Additionally, many medication regimes can be changed so that pills are taken as part of suhoor and iftar. However, anyone with concerns should consult with their GP or doctor before deciding not to take their medication. Some medical professionals also advise their patients to postpone fasting until the winter, when the daylight hours and therefore the fasting period is shorter, to reduce the impact on their health if they still wish to fast. One of the health conditions to obviously be aware of is diabetes and the impact fasting can have on blood sugar levels. Muslims with diabetes are encouraged to speak to their diabetes management team before Ramadan to discuss even if fasting is advisable. There we go. Cheers, everyone. Okay, here's another one. Are raccoon dogs the missing link in Divok origin story? New report by Fauci-backed scientists claims to track virus back to fox-like animals at infamous Chinese wet market, but experts say it's no smoking gun. The full report trying raccoon dogs in Wuhan's wet seafood market to the origins on Divok was revealed Monday in preprint by a team of international researchers. The group say that samples taken from the market in the pandemic's early days were found to be from the mammal that has been long at the center of the natural spillover theory. Skeptics say the report is hardly proof and instead just notes that raccoon dogs were present at the market, which was already known by the world. Grinning Dr. Fauci laughs off lab leak questions again as he allows documentary team inside his 2 million DC home, which is filled with Fauci memorabilia, including self-portraits and cushions with his face on them. Top infectious disease expert Dr. Anthony Fauci brushed off allegations that he fully funded risky gain of function research in Wuhan, which some allege gave rise to the Divok pandemic. Uh, so there you go. Vape manufacturers should pay a polluter's tax. Public health experts argue. Speaking at a local government association public health conference today, Kate Pike said a polluter pay scheme could help fuel the government's ambition for the country to be smoke-free by, guess what year? 2030. Oh, they love that year, don't they? Another tax. Oh, isn't it great? Another tax. I'm a doctor. Here's my 5 best tongue exercises to stop you snoring. 1. Stick out your tongue for 5 seconds. 2. Move your tongue left and right. 3. Place your fingers on your cheeks and push with your tongue. 4. Push your tongue against your front teeth and try to swallow. 5. Drop your tongue downwards and hold for 5 seconds. There we go. So if you're a snorer or you know someone that snores, try those suggestions from a doctor. It wasn't. I was talking on behalf of that doctor because, as everyone knows, I'm not a doctor, Robert. Are your pans, makeup, or toiletries making you infertile? New warning to women over toxic forever chemicals littered in everyday items. A study of over 1,000 Singaporean women trying to have a baby suggests chemicals found in items like cookware and clothing was linked to an up to 40% reduction in getting pregnant. World's happiest countries revealed. Finland tops global league table for 6th year in a row, whilst Britain falls 2 places and the US jumps up 1. The nation, which is home to 5.5 million people, has held the title granted by the World Happiness Report. I like that. I must look that up. For 6 years running. Meanwhile, scientists concluded that self-reported satisfaction remained remarkably resilient worldwide between 2020 and 22, despite the pandemic. However, cheerfulness fell slightly in the UK, with the nation falling 2 places, whilst the US jumped up 1 place in the annual UN-sponsored index. And I've got full rankings here, and so you got one. I won't do all of these, but there we go. I'll just jump through a few. Number 1, obviously, is Finland. Number 2 is Denmark. Number 3 is Iceland. All those countries are all a bit close together. Funny that. Number 4 is Israel. Number 5 is the Netherlands. Number 6 is Sweden. 7 is Norway. 8 is Switzerland. 9 is Luxembourg. And 10 is New Zealand. Let's have a look. Australia's 12th. Canada's 13th. Ireland is 14th. The United States is 15th. Germany is 16th. Let's go down. And the United Kingdom is 19th. France 21. Costa Rica 23. Chinese province of Taiwan province of China is 27th. Italy's 33. Mexico is 36. Poland 39. Cyprus 46, Japan 47. Let's go down to some other ones. Argentina is 52. South Korea is 57. Greece 58. China itself is 64. Jamaica is 68th. Let's have a look. Hong Kong, SA of China is 82nd. And let's go down to 100th place is Morocco. 99th place is the state of Palestine. Let's have a look. Pakistan is 108th. Sri Lanka is 112th. Bangladesh is 118th. Let's have a look. And Afghanistan is 137th. There we go. Right, and now another story for you. Vaccine markers say they're standing ready for human bird flu pandemic. Moderna, GSK, and Sanofi all prepared to roll out H5N1 shots as fears mount about zoonotic spillover. Vaccine makers GSK, Moderna, and CSL are developing new human shots, whilst others such as Sanofi have said they have the capacity to churn out a sizable number of jabs. So watch out for that. They're maybe preparing us for another epidemic. You never know. The snack that's good for your heart, according to doctors. Eating nuts and seeds several times a week can reduce cardiovascular disease. The snacks are hailed for their high levels of high protein and vitamins, but tucking into nuts and seeds daily may also be good for your heart. A study by scientists in Sweden and Norway suggests eating a handful of around 30 grams of mixture per day is linked to lower levels of cholesterol and cardiovascular disease, according to the review involving nearly 2 million people. And it slashes the risk of suffering or dying from a heart attack or stroke by a quarter, according to the University of Oslo Institute in Stockholm team. And again, we were talking about earlier, we were talking about vitamin E, and vitamin E is also linked to nuts and seeds and stuff. But they note that not many people eat this amount of nuts and seeds a day. Brits eat just 6 grams of nuts and seeds per day, whilst Americans eat just 1 gram on average. And remember, if you eat nuts and seeds, it will also, again, that can be linked to trying to stop your smoking pangs, and also to your eating. If you like to snack, then snack on something healthy. Researchers reviewed 60 studies, which included 1.9 million participants, to determine whether there was a link between nut and seed consumption and the risk of cardiovascular disease, heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. The study, published in the Journal of Food and Nutrition, was carried out to contribute to Nordic dietary guidelines. Results showed that those who had a high seed and nut consumption of 30 grams were 19% less likely to suffer from cardiovascular disease and 23% less likely to die from it compared to those who only ate low levels. Another link again. Nut and seed fanatics were also 18% less likely to suffer from heart disease and 25% less likely to die from it. Erik Arnesen, a research fellow at the University of Oslo and first author of the study, said, if you eat a handful of nuts every day, that is around 30 grams, you will have a 20 to 25% lower risk of suffering from cardiovascular disease. In comparison, adults in the Nordic countries only eat on average around 4 grams of nuts a day. Many do not eat nuts or seeds at all. Almonds, pistachios, and walnuts appear to be the best nuts to eat when it comes to lowering cholesterol, but study author Mr. Arnesen insisted that there is no conclusive evidence to suggest that people should be recommended to eat certain types of nuts over others. Instead, he suggests eating the more the better when it comes to snacking on nuts. However, the NHS advises eating them in moderation, as they are high in fat and calories. They might be high in fat and calories, but when you eat a lot of high fat, healthy foods like this, the fat goes to your brain, and it switches off your desire to want to snack on other foods. So you're filling your brain with fat, therefore your brain says to you, you're full and you don't want to eat any more. Mr. Arnesen said that nuts have a beneficial effect on cholesterol, so prevents the buildup of fat in the arteries, which is one of the biggest risk factors for heart attacks. However, the researchers were unable to confirm whether eating nuts cut the risk of type 2 diabetes and strokes, as the snacks did not appear to affect blood pressure or blood sugar levels. Mr. Arnesen said, we are not sure about this. Nuts do not appear to affect blood pressure, which is one of the risk factors behind strokes. We cannot be sure whether nuts are good for blood sugar levels either, which are linked to the risk of type 2 diabetes. One of the reasons why the researchers believe nuts are so good for you is due to the composition of fatty acids in nuts. Even though nuts cannot be used to treat high cholesterol, we believe that the effect is significant enough to be used as a preventative measure amongst the general population. There you go. So let's stop sharing. Let's come back to the chat. Hello, I'm back again. First thing I see is Mick. I ate 1 kilogram of nuts and felt terrible. That's a lot of nuts, Mick. Kitty saying, handful of nuts a day, good for you. If you eat too many nuts a day, it makes you put weight on. Yeah, I guess that would. I guess it would. If you ate more than recommended, or you're eating it on top of other things. Let's have a look. Jerry says about that article that I was reading, all about the money. PF have 18 new drugs to counter the losses from slow jab uptake. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Miss Blue Sky says cashews are so yummy. Absolutely. Yep. Kitty says that baby powder has chemicals in it. Lots of paraben in creams, not good either. Let's have a look then. What else has been said here? Miss Blue Sky Mick, what kind of nuts? Because if it's another man's nuts, then no wonder. And it was his mate's KP nuts. There we go. I do like those different flavors of nuts, but when you look at those nuts, some of them, look at the protein levels and things like that. It's not some of those nuts like, if you get the coated ones, then I don't think they're great for you. Yeah, nuts and seeds. I think I might start adding that to my diet. I mean, I've put on weight, hands up, since I've given up smoking. I've put on weight, so it's just one of those things, isn't it? But then I used to struggle to put on weight. I've not put on loads of weight. I put on I was around 13 stone. I'm now 14 stone. So I put on, but I definitely watch what I eat now. And because I've got all my taste buds back, I'm loving my food again. And but I'm trying to balance it with more exercise and drinking more water. That's another thing. Drink more water. Get more water in your body. That fills you up as well. Cuts down on the hunger pangs. Mixes. I thought the cell is the nut. They recommend, Jerry says, they recommend soaking nuts and seeds before consumption gets rid of the digestive inhibitor chemical in them. Is that right, Jerry? I suppose if they haven't got salt on and stuff like that, I mean, again, it's probably bad salt. It's probably table salt they put on them if you're eating those sorts of nuts. So anyway, look at that. Look at the time. It's 10 to 10 and we're nearly done. So you know what that means, don't you? Yeah. It's that time. It's time for the jokes. Yeah. I've got to give it to you. I know how you all love it. Okay. So here's some jokes for you, right? Not many. Okay. I always like to end with some jokes. We need to show compassion for the mentally ill without letting them run for president. What type of exam does the vampire teacher give his students? A blood test. In India, a man was bitten by a snake as he tried to take a selfie. How the snake managed to bite the man and hold a phone simultaneously is a mystery. Any salad can be a Caesar salad if you stab it enough. Hey. My brother and I were visiting our grandmother in the hospital. My brother says, "Grandma, I can't stand to see you like this." My grandmother replies, "Well, get the hell out then." I figure I might need a new kidney in 30 years, so I've decided to have a kid or two. I can't believe that viruses and bacteria would just invade my body without a permission. That makes me sick. I think it says without a permission. I think it meant without permission. I hate that feeling after surgery when you're not sure if you're awake or you're asleep, or if you're operated, or if you've operated on the right patient. A good rule of thumb is to never hire a magician with a wife with no legs. There we go. I'm not going to take any from the tin tonight, from my jokes tin. So anyway, and I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. Do you want a link? Do you want an after show? Natural chemical is the digestive system to go. Do you want to? I'll go into. I'll do an after chat. I don't know who's going to come in, but if someone wants to post it in Raccoons as well, then maybe someone from the Telegram chat in Raccoons. Then maybe some people. So I'll just do I'll just jump in. But if no one joins, then I'll jump out. I'm going to stop the Telegram chat now. So I'm going to, if you do, someone put it. If someone could put the link on the Telegram chat as well on Health Freedom UK. Because I think Miss Blue Sky's an administrator on there as well. If you can put the link that I'm going to put up, the invite link, onto that, and then that way, then anyone who wants to come in from even Telegram will then be able to jump onto StreamYard. So let me paste that in there. So there we go. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks to everyone in the chat. There hasn't been a lot of us, but it doesn't matter. I just like presenting this, and it's there for the it's there for the taking. Anyone who wants it, and for historical reasons as well. Let me remind you, my name's not a Dr. Robert. This was not medical advice, and this was just for fun and entertainment. And just to say again, if you want to join me in the after chat, please do so. The link's there now. I'm going to say au revoir, tutty bye, goodbye. See you maybe on the Raconteurs News chat, maybe next Tuesday, or there should be a Friday show. I don't know. Never know what's going to happen, really. Maybe Jason wants to jump on my channel. It wouldn't worry me if he wanted to, but we'll see what happens. That's it. So thanks again. Please put some comments in the comments. If there's any ideas about what you want me to chat, any health related stuff, then please put some comments down. I hope you like the show tonight and the new way I presented it with the books. All the notes are in the show notes, and I'll see you all soon. And remember, as my father used to say, Jules Brallant, they may come as good as you, but they don't come any better. God bless, and happy evening, happy spring, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.